Hey everyone, welcome to Lisbon, Portugal. Today we're exploring this vibrant maritime city, uncovering its hidden gems and must-see sights. Trust me, there's so much to see that 3 days here is just nowhere near enough. We uncover cultural differences, tourist traps, we'll give you some money-saving tips for Lisbon and how to avoid some common mistakes. So embrace Lisbon's gritty charm, including its graffiti-laden streets, as it's just part of this city's rugged charm. Lisbon marches to its own beat. It's a hub of creativity, with art and music around every corner. But Lisbon isn't just about culture, it's about its people, too. With the Golden Visa program bringing in migrants, the city's facing rapid change, with soaring prices and gentrification that's pushed many locals out of their beloved city centre. Lisbon is built among 7 hills. Some say it's 8, but that's a story for another video. Lisbon's winding alleys and hills are perfect for aimless wandering. Ginja is sold in small bars known as ginjinha. Some so small there is only room for standing. It's a potent cherry liquor, that's a local favourite. So, sip wisely and savour the flavour of Lisbon's distinct cultural identity. We stayed at the Portugal boutique hotel Rua João das Regras, which is close to Alfama, Bairro Alto and Baixa, the 3 main areas of Lisbon. But a word of caution, pickpockets are around, so keep an eye on your belongings, especially on public transport. The iconic Tram 28 is very popular. The route does not loop, so you are expected to get off at the end of the journey. Because it's so popular, it's best to board the tram where it starts. This iconic tram departs from Praco Martim Muniz, then heads up and down the city's narrow hills of Lisbon's Old Town, before finishing the journey in Campo Rique. We rode Tram 28 a couple of times, from Lisbon's Montim Martès, and found that if we arrived before 8:45 a.m, we managed to get on the tram straight away. If we arrived later, say at 11 a.m, we had to queue for about 20 minutes to get on. The best way to ride on the Lisbon Tram 28 is to invest in a Lisbon one-day ticket. This 24-hour transport pass in Lisbon currently costs us €9 as of summer 2024. This transport pass allows you unlimited access to all trams, including Lisbon Tram 28, the airport train, plus the historic funiculars and the beautiful Santa Justa lift, which is €5 alone. Tram 28 comfortably seats around 20 people at a time, with enough standing space for a few more. littered with viewpoints, referred to as Miraduro. These are on each of the hills and offer breathtaking views.
também me dá. Peço, mas você não vem. Estudando para o som do céu, você
Check out the iconic Santa Justa lift. Tickets for the observation deck is €1.50, while the ticket to ride up and down the elevator is €5.30. But the queue here can be huge at busy times. Access the observation deck from above for free and get to see the view while missing the queues, and it's free to enter. Just walk around the back to the Garden of Carmo and enter from there. Don't forget to indulge in Lisbon's culinary delights. Best pastel de nata at Mantegari. The best funicular is the Ascensor da Bica. It connects Rua de São Paulo and Largo do Calariz, Lisbon's steepest streets. Stunning square, one of the most beautiful that I visited. This magnificent square, down by the River Tagus, is a testament to Portugal's rich trading history. Dinner reservations are a must. Some restaurants don't open until 7 p.m, and their peak hours are between 8-10 p.m. So if you see a restaurant open early and it has no customers dining, don't assume it's rubbish. It's just too early for most guests. Or if you fancy something cooler, try gelato at São Nicolau on the Rua Augusta. Took the yellow bus from the city centre to Belem. This bus is a hop-on, hop-off anywhere along the route, and our day ticket cost us €22 each from our hotel reception. The ticket includes a free map and earphones, so you can listen in your language to the commentary. Belem is down by the river, where you will find Mosteiro dos Jerónimos. It's a monastery from the 16th century. Construction of the monastery and church began on 6th of January 1501 and was completed 100 years later and stands as a symbol of power and wealth. It's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. the skyline. Built in 1940, the figures represent great maritime ventures of Portugal. These are navigators, cartographers, warriors, writers, kings and queens. Walk down to the river to the Belem Tower. It was built between 1514 and 1520 to defend Lisbon from invaders coming upstream from the Atlantic Ocean. The LX factory is full of quirky shops, galleries and cafes with rooftop bars. This huge derelict building has been born again in one of the most industrial abandoned areas of Lisbon. The new factory is occupied by new design brands, startups and wannabe artists. If you're a book lover, then look no further than this two-storey Lair Devagar bookstore. This 19th century renovated factory not only sells books, but delicious cakes and pies in their cafe. Rua Nova do Carvalho, also known as the Pink Street. This bright painted pink lane is the centre of Lisbon's nightlife. This pedestrian street is brimming with clubs, bars and terraces that often host live concerts in the summer and themed events run throughout the night. Beware of additional charges for bread and olives. These are not free. If you accept these at the table, you will be charged. So send them away. appreciated, and 10% is the norm, preferably in cash. Day trips are a must. Head to Cascais for coastal charm, or Sintra for fairy tale castles. Cascais is a 1-to-1.5-hour train ride from Rossio train station in downtown Lisbon and departs every 20 minutes during the day. Both these trains cost under €5 return per person. It is a beautiful coastal town with cobbled streets, museums, bars and restaurants, and fabulous beaches that give it a buzzing holiday atmosphere. Sintra is a 40-minute train ride from Rossio train station in downtown Lisbon and departs every 20 minutes at a cost of under €5. When in Sintra, hike up to the castle instead of hopping on tourist rides like tuk-tuks or buggies, which can get overcrowded and expensive. Walk up the paths to the top. The views are well worth the sweat. And don't forget to book your castle tickets online to skip the queue. Sintra is home to multiple beautiful castles, costing between €8 to €14 for each person, for each attraction.